Hello everyone, welcome to my video. I'd like to wish everybody, I hope everybody's having a great day, night, whatever time it is where you are. I've got something that, a possible, it's a watch date, I believe, for maybe a rapture or something like that happening, but I'm going to try to do this fast. It's quite a bit of information, but I got some commercials that I want you to watch. Um, and Here they go.
How much you want for your pot? 500. 600. Introducing.
That's all I'm going to show of that one there. In the Bible, our Creator is the potter that molds us. Jesus Christ is our, He's the potter that molds us in the Bible and stuff. So I just kind of want to show y'all this as we go along here, because there's if y'all hang with me a little bit, you'll see, maybe you can see what I'm talking about, what I kind of see that is possible. I ain't saying anything's going to happen for sure or anything like that, because I don't do dates. I don't call specific dates that this is going to happen or anything or that's going to happen. But all right, I want to show you who I believe this guy thinks he is. The earthly king. People in the day of King David, before David became a king, he was a young guy. They wanted the Jews wanted a king, and they wanted King Saul. So God let them have what they wanted, and it turned out turned out bad for them. But anyway, God anointed King David at the time, but for some reason or other, they wanted to go ahead and get King Saul, and it turned out not so good for them, King Saul and his sons. So anyway, but this guy here, I believe he thinks he's the earthly king, or he's working for the king or something. There's something just not right. But anyway, I want to show you this here commercial.
It's not too big. No. Why do New Yorkers have such big mouths? Go big or go home. Because they eat big pizza like...
I'd almost stop that commercial there, but he compares himself as the same as Alexander the Great. Now, Alexander the Great don't have a real good reputation as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, or anything like that. But I want to show you what they think, what's wrote about, a little bit about Alexander the Great. He was a sun worshiper. He dedicated to the Helios, the sun, and named it Ajax. It was something about a horse, but anyway. And there's something else in here I wanted to show you, show everyone that, let's see, maybe it's on up just a little bit. If I can't find it real fast, I'm going to just tell you what it says in here. You can go read it. But it says Alexander the Great had, he had two different colored eyes. His eyes were two different colors. That is a sign of a chimera. That is a sign of two different DNAs, hidden DNAs probably. But folks, whenever we talk about God and His throne, there's chimeras around God. He created everything. He created the micro. It's called microchimerism, and when people have two different colors eyes, or skin is different colors, or birthmarks, something like that, sometimes that's an indication of a chimera. The chimeras have they're from the son of Noah. They're from Noah's bloodline. One of Noah's sons. It wasn't Ham or it wasn't Shem. It was the other one, Japheth or something like that. But if Alexander the Great was a chimera, he had special powers. He had special abilities, special talents. That's what the Bible calls it, special talents. But Donald Trump says he's cut from the same cloth as him and Napoleon. But here's what I want to show you. Another thing here. One eye is, well, that wasn't it. Let's see here. Two different colored eyes can sometimes happen in chimeras. Chimeras are people made up of two sets of cells with two different sets of DNA. So I'm pretty sure that Alexander the Great was a chimera. He had gifts, he had special abilities, he had extra talents. He knew how to overtake the world. That's what he was known for. And Napoleon, he was the same kind of a way. Now, our last president thinks he compares himself to these two guys. Napoleon, he was considered a tyrant and a usurper by his opponents. And he was also compared to Hitler, Adolf Hitler. Right here, he was compared to Adolf Hitler by the historian Peter Gale, I guess is how you pronounce that, and Clyde Ribb. So that's another one that Donald Trump compares himself to, And y'all, I'm kin to the guy. I'm kin to him probably. I'm on both of my mom and my father's bloodline. I'm kin to this guy. Pretty close too. There's people up and down my highway, up and down Highway 71 in Arkansas, that are kin to them. They've kept it hid from them, and I aim to tell them, who they are, that's something I just don't like is deception, like any kind of deception, but especially like that. But anyway, I'm gonna go on here. And here's him reading a poem. I want y'all to hear.
His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor things, he cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sighed the vicious. She wrapped him up cozy in a comforter of silk, and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman. And you bit me, heaven's swine. You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Okay. I just thought that was kind of odd myself, reading that snake poem 3 times. And I want to show y'all this last commercial, but before I go on any further with this, I don't think the man is through with being. Oh, there was one more commercial I wanted to show too. Wow, I forgot about this one here. I just happened to think of it, but maybe I can find it pretty quick. Okay, now, this commercial here, I've never seen it. Sorry for the little bit of buffering. I have kind of slow internet tonight for some reason, but anyway, see how much that lasts. Okay. I may stop this commercial, but if y'all noticed, it said he got elected world president. This was in 2016. It was a Japanese commercial. And folks, it concerns me about the lukewarm Christians. It concerns me about the lukewarm Christians that's following him. It's kind of, and there's an upside down pyramid right there. As above, so below is kind of what that upside down pyramid's supposed to mean. But anyway, he's got all kinds of things going on, commercials and stuff. You know, I just don't trust him. I don't trust any of them since Ronald Reagan. I voted for Ronald Reagan. You know, he come along, but he was an actor. And they're all actors. It's all a big stage. I mean, and these people. The reason I'm doing this video because they speak in a different language. They speak with codes. They speak like God's first language was the Hebrew language. It read from right to left, and it went from the bottom to the top. They taught us how to the English alphabet that reads from left to right. They operate, the first Hebrew language was pictographs, symbols. They were symbols. They were a picture language. Well, they still use that language between themselves because they think they're they believe they're the ones that should rule over this world. And I believe there's a great event coming. And if you'll go watch, let me find this right here. I just wanted to show this too. I'm not going to play this one right yet, but I just want to show you what I think's going on. I mean, and at the time that we're in, I believe we're in this time because my ears started ringing about 15 or 20 years ago. I went to the doctor for it, and the doctor just patted me on the back, said, some people's ears just ring, but there's something to it because the tones change. I mean, it is, it's enough to drive you crazy, really. I mean, it's just unbearable sometimes. And I mean, I used to have problems sleeping with it, but I kind of got over that. But anyway, this guy here is really good about keeping up with he's really good about watching the sun, what the sun's doing. Now, a lot of stuff comes from that sun. If it didn't get took down, it may have got took down, but let me see if I can find it here. He had the last one he did right here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this right here so you can hear this. Hopefully I get to play it for you because it's showing you the CMEs or whatever's coming off the sun. Now I'm not saying it's true, but the one that come off the sun yesterday wasn't pointing towards Earth. I think it was feeding the ley lines in the firmament down through the Earth and whatever, because they believe in the globe. I don't believe the globe. I believe it's a globe. It's a lie. But anyway, that's beside the point. I ain't gonna argue with anybody over the globe Earth and stuff, because I used to believe in it too, till I researched it. But anyway, I want y'all to listen to this. I ain't gonna play much of it, but I'm gonna get to a point here in just a minute. Hopefully this will get started right quick so my video won't be too long, but I want to thank y'all for coming. I'm going to ask y'all to share my videos if this is of interest to you, because there's a lot of things happening and all this stuff with this voting. Israel has no president. The rabbis claim. Okay, here it is.
Yet another large event. You can see the halo effect on the left and mainly the right side facing of our sun. Another huge CME ejection with lots of missing time. 12:54 to 15:30. So we're looking at about 4.5 hours of missing time. When someone doesn't want you to see how bad this flare really might have been. It was quite substantial, as you can see. We're going to take a look at it on LASCO C2. Always easier to see the flare. All right, here we are on C2. Look at the size of that flare, folks. We can see.
This wasn't the one that I was talking about, but the one I was talking about may have got deleted or something because it was the one that was after that. Let me see if I can find it here. Well, I'll just say this. He called it a, right here it is. Now, this is real concerning to me because I have family that's lost. I believe Jesus Christ provides a way of escape for his bride. I know some people don't believe in the rapture and all that stuff, but I believe the Bible teaches it clearly. I believe it clearly teaches. But anyway.
Drinking milk won't prevent.
And when I get a real bad migraine feeling headache, I know the sun has been shooting out something. And when you see those chemtrailers, they're trying to block that from coming from that sun. They're trying to block it. But I believe there's a date set that they know that it's going to hit. And he calls it a civilization-ending CME. Now, I'm not pushing fear. I'm not pushing anything like that. I'm not a fearmonger. I'm a Bible believer.
God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world, folks. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. This is a critical future update. Folks, as you can see here, there was a huge, absolutely huge eruption. We'll take a look at LASCO C2. This is LASCO C3. And we have, as this thing erupts, we'll see the missing time. 1:30 UTC time turns into 16:30 UTC time, but we can see the ejecti all the way up into here. So they actually went through and erased 15 hours. Look, 15 hours of time. This was definitely an X-class flare. Let's go to LASCO C2 now. But remember, folks, if something like this is to go off Earth facing, if you will, it's an extinction level event in most all cases, unless you're living in an iron underground bunker, which is, I guess, where they're on. This is crazy. Now we go to LASCO C2 to try to confirm, and we see that the times don't match up, but this is a huge event, and it's also caught on LASCO C2. It seems to disappear. Well, here it is right here, folks. The 1:30 to 16:24, the 15 hours of missing times on LASCO C2 too. And all we can see is what happens right beforehand, and then 16, 15 hours later, we can see the result. Although we also see on LASCO C3, we still have projectile moving through our solar system.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that there. Y'all, if y'all are interested in this kind of information, go to subscribe to this guy right here, World News Report Today, because he don't get to talking about. I mean, he just gives information out. You know, really the best one I've found so far. But anyway, okay, now if you're feeling anything, nervousness or ears ringing or headaches or pain, bone pain, muscle pain, it's coming from this, because this is super strong, whatever it is. And this causes heart attacks and stuff in people, but I don't want to get off into all that. But because what I'm saying is, in this last video I'm going to show you, I believe that they speak in reverse. They believe in mirrors, reverse, like reversing numbers, reversing symbols or whatever. They believe in that mirror stuff. As above, so below stuff. They believe in reversing mirrors and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they use that coding, that system. They read and speak in codes. And here's one thing else I want to say that I've noticed. I don't watch much football. And I've got a grandson that watches football games, but I've noticed on every football team, the quarterback is wearing number 17. Y'all go check it out. Check it out. Every quarterback's wearing number 17. That is a code. That's some of their way of talking to each other. And I don't know if y'all remember it, but when the first CV lockdown came in, that they put a lockdown on every state. The last one that didn't have anything to do was Arkansas. And then, I think it was Wyoming was the second one that didn't have any restrictions, wasn't locked down, because something's going on in Arkansas. It may be in the Ozark Mountains, they've got these tunnels built for everything, but that was a code for that one state wasn't shut down, was Arkansas. And all those quarterbacks wearing number 17. Y'all go check that out, because I noticed that. After I seen it about 3 or 4 times, something hit me. Does all the quarterbacks wear number 17 now? Because number 17 stands for God's complete victory. But anyway, I'm going to go on. I'm going to make this video too long, but I want to show you this, because who I think this guy believes he is, because I'm just the opposite of him. I'm a true Christian. I pray that I'm accounted worthy to escape. Just like Jesus said, when y'all see the signs in the sun, moon, and stars, look up, your redemption draws near. That's my blessed hope, my family's blessed hope, and hopefully it's your blessed hope, because I feel things are getting on the critical stage of our time. I don't want to put fear in nobody. I'm just saying, I believe it's the time to accept Jesus Christ as your Savior, because He does provide a way of escape for His true people. Just like Noah's Ark, 8 people got on that ark and was saved didn't have to go through that drowning because everybody else drowned. But anyway, I'm going to go on here to show you who I think this guy thinks he is. I don't think he's through with this ruling. I think he wants to be the ruler of the world. And I pray I'm wrong, because he's in my family bloodlines. Now, I can promise you everybody this one thing, that I promise you he knows me. I'm a little peon down here in Arkansas, and I promise you one thing, that Donald Trump knows me, knows my name. His Scottish rat buddies know my name. They know who I am. They know that I'm opposite of Donald Trump, because his name wasn't really Trump, and nobody, you can tell it, but nobody really has got it yet. His name's not Donald Trump. But anyway, his family changed their name. It wasn't Stump, Trump, Drumped, or whatever they're telling. That's a big deception too. But anyway, I want to play this commercial here, because he's the earthly shepherd.
Finally, the same luxury and comfort I demand in my hotels.
Oh, they'll never count sheep again.
Listen, why don't you come work for me?
What do you have in mind?
Something you were born to do. Welcome to room 9.
Looking good, number 9, looking good.
Where's your dignity?
Save now on this Trump home luxury.
Okay, folks, I'm going to rewind that for a second, because it shows you number 1, and then when he comes out into that hall, I want y'all to look at that hall. It looks like time. You know, Donald Trump's been accused of being a time traveler and all that. But if y'all remember that I Pet Goat commercial, that's the windows of time. He's showing a time right here. He's showing, let me get set on it right here. That's a time, the windows of times right through there. So he's showing a date. And it starts right back over here. Really, he shows the number 1. I believe that stands for January. And now, when he comes out into this hall of time, that's what he's doing. He's coming out into time, and he's showing a date here, 1/1/9/11. That's what that is, 9/11. He's got one sheep standing on a column, like a Roman column. It's got some symbols on it. I haven't looked at all that, but this is time right here. He's walked out into time. He's showing a date. I believe it's a date. I believe it's the reverse of 9/11, and I believe that is January the 19th. And in my title, I've got 911-119. It's the mirror reverse. I'm not saying anything's going to happen on January the 19th, but I believe that's when they believe that something's going to happen. And the way that sun's doing, they're all supposed to be going into these tunnels, into the Ozark tunnels, and then they've got them in Colorado, and they've got them everywhere underground, and that's where they're going. You know, I'm a little peon. I believe Jesus Christ will. I have the faith that He will. I've got a good Father, y'all. Some people believe that you got to suffer and go through God's wrath, the tribulation period. I don't believe the Bible teaches that at all. I've got a good Father that will rescue me and His people out. I believe the Bible clearly teaches that. Jesus come along and taught parables of barley, wheat, grapes, and He was telling us you have to think in the spirit of, you have to get in the spirit and try to understand those parables, what He was saying. He was saying, look, there's harvest coming, there's this. But anyway, I'm going with this. But that's what that is. That is time right there. Those windows of time, that's what that looks like in that Pet Goat 2 video. When that Antichrist is coming through that portals of time, and he's given a date there. It's time, the date, and everything right there. So I believe 1/19, January 19, that is 1/19. And that's in reverse of the 9/11 that happened in 2001. So anyway, I'm gonna end this commercial so it ain't too long. I hope it turns out. I hope y'all can see what I'm seeing here. Um, they give dates. They don't tell the world what's going on. You know, they try to hide it with chemtrails, and they're trying to stop it. Bill Gates said he's going to dim the sun. You know, because of global warming and all this stuff. It's all big lies. They're just all they all don't. They all are deceivers, actors. You know. And I want to say something. The people that stormed into that Capitol, there's no way that could have happened. You know, here yesterday or day before, whenever it was, when those people supposed to stormed into that Capitol and got in Nancy Pelosi's desk. You know, I don't pay attention to much of that stuff, but I hear people saying if somebody thinks that's Antifa, they don't need to be on my channel. No, it was paid actors. I mean, that's who, because there's no way they would have let those people with Mike Pence in there and all those senators in there. There's no way whatsoever they would have let them do that. Come even got in. But anyway, folks, this is a date I have been most concerned about. I mean, whenever I seen this, I just got so. I mean, I got really, you know, because they're showing the time right here. Now, what's going to happen for sure, I don't know. Uh, I hope it's the rapture that God takes his bride, because that's coming, folks. Whether you believe it or not, I believe it's coming. The catching away, the escape, the harpazo, the rapturo. That's what it says in the Italian King James Bible, is rapturo, something like that. But anyway, thank y'all for coming to my channel. Y'all please share these videos. I mean, I believe that today, myself, this week, I'm gonna fast and pray, because I got family that's, I don't think, saved. I hope I'm wrong, because I can't really. God He judges your heart. You know, if it's washed in the blood of Jesus or whatever. But it still concerns me enough that this week, I think that's 10 days till the 19th. And I pray that I'm wrong, but that's what this commercial is showing. And this was done a long time ago, quite a while ago, I think, when this commercial was done. But 9/11, it's the reverse 9/11 of time. It's got something to do with time. It's got lights on the wall. He's in a narrow pathway too. You know, I mean, they speak this way. When I started seeing all this stuff, you know how they're reading in a different language than we was taught, and I see they're deceiving people, you know, and they think they're better. Folks, I live on what God. This is God's land, our Creator. This is His land. He owns every square inch of this land. I have complete faith in Him. I have the kind of faith that if I got hungry, that I believe God would rain down manna from heaven. And I've always had that kind of faith. You know, I went into the wilderness time myself, but, you know, for a while I was a teenager and stuff like that, you know. But I always, if I'd done something wrong, I asked for forgiveness. Even though I was living in sin, I asked for forgiveness, you know. But anyway, thank y'all for coming to my channel. Hopefully this video turns out, because I sure want to get it up tonight. Okay, I'm out. Thank y'all for coming. Please share them. Press the like button and the notification button, because I'm going to try to do some more videos, because I got 2 or 3 more that I really need to do. And I could tell y'all so much about, I mean, there's things that the people, the church-going people, and I know there's some good Christian people in these churches, but it's getting fewer and fewer, because they're under a spell. That 501c3, whatever it's called, with the government, they have a covenant with Caesar. That's a covenant with Caesar. It places them churches under a spell, because Jesus said, "Give to Caesar what's Caesar's." don't give Caesar a reason to pat you on the back. That's what's going on, a tax break, with that money back, really. They got to deal with the devil, really, is what they've got, and they don't even realize it. And if you told these pastors and stuff that they're under a witchcraft spell because they have a covenant with Caesar, they would call you a blasphemer, probably. But I'm just saying that's what it really is. Thank y'all for coming.